An extreme downpour has hit the Italian island of Elba, leaving the town of Portoferraio completely paralyzed by flooding. In just 15 minutes, between 1:15 and 1:30 p.m. on September 10th, more than 34 millimeters of rain fell, causing streets, basements, and underpasses to overflow. Authorities confirmed that the water covered the historic center, the industrial area, and several main thoroughfares. Images from Portoferraio show streets turned into rivers and basements flooded in a matter of minutes. The municipality asked residents to stay indoors and completely avoid using vehicles. Telephone lines collapsed, and communication in several areas was interrupted. But the worst was yet to come. At the railway underpasses, the water rose so rapidly that several people were trapped in their cars. Firefighters and civil protection teams carried out multiple rescues to free those affected. The SP-26 highway in the Lugrad area experienced a landslide, forcing its immediate closure. Traffic was reduced to zero in Portoferraio and its surrounding areas.
Qui siamo all'Elba, a Portoferraio. Con l'acqua letteralmente.
Traffic collapsed in all directions. Access to the port and ferry docks was blocked by water, affecting the arrival and departure of vessels. The Carrara area, already hit by flooding in previous months, was once again one of the hardest hit. Local authorities confirmed that 70 millimeters of rain fell in less than an hour in Portoferraio. The president of the Tuscany region, Eugenio Gianni, emphasized that the weather watch remains at maximum level. However, the situation worsened further. An orange alert for hydrogeological risk and intense storms was issued for all of central Tuscany and the Tuscan Archipelago, in effect until Wednesday at 1 p.m. Meanwhile, a yellow alert remains in effect for the rest of the region due to possible storms and flash floods until midnight. Official reports indicate that offices and businesses in the lower part of Portoferraio's historic center have been affected. Firefighters are increasingly responding to flooded homes and commercial premises. The numbers continue to rise. Dozens of rescue operations were carried out in different areas to evacuate people trapped in flooded basements and passageways. In Massa, in northern Tuscany, flooding was also reported during the early hours of Tuesday. The train station underpass was completely flooded and had to be closed.
Uguale all'altra volta, uguale.
In Carrara, 138 millimeters of rain fell in just a few hours. The Carrara stream was on the verge of overflowing its banks, forcing the issuance of warnings to the population and keeping civil protection on high alert. The most critical areas in Carrara were Avinza, Marina, and Foswan, where water invaded basements, lifted asphalt, and caused visible damage to streets and homes. In Badalona, canals overflowed. The stadium area also suffered flooding, while several neighborhoods were temporarily isolated. The situation worsened further with landslides in Foncia, Gragnana, Castelpoggio, and Misseglia. In the latter town, part of the wall of the former elementary school collapsed.
Qui siamo all'Elba, a Portoferraio. Con l'acqua letteralmente.
Regional reports confirm that civil protection and firefighting teams continue to work around the clock in the most affected areas. Authorities maintain the recommendation to stay home and avoid unnecessary travel, especially in low-lying areas or near waterways. The situation in Elba is not an isolated case. In various provinces of Tuscany, rainfall has shown a pattern of extreme intensity in short periods of time. Experts explain that in the Western Mediterranean, warm and humid seas favor the formation of self-healing storms. These systems discharge persistent and highly localized rainfall. But the most worrying aspect is Italy's hydrogeological fragility. Many infrastructures and homes cannot withstand such intense and concentrated rainfall. The consequences are rapid: flash floods, landslides, and interruptions to basic services. The regional governor indicated that monitoring will remain active, as there is a risk of similar events occurring again in the coming hours. In Portoferraio, clearing work on streets, basements, and businesses has already begun, but the level of damage has not yet been quantified. Videos shared on social media show the magnitude of the emergency on the island of Elba. Water covered vehicles and reached alarming levels on main roads. In Massa and Carrara, the situation is also critical. The collapse of railway crossings and the flooding of streams have disrupted daily life and caused material damage. Civil protection teams are working simultaneously on multiple fronts. Their immediate objective is to restore mobility and secure areas at risk of landslides. The weather watch in Tuscany will remain at orange level while the development of new storms is assessed. Forecasts warn of renewed rainfall in western provinces, with the risk of hail and gusty winds. The combination of intense rainfall, soil saturation, and vulnerable terrain confirms that the risk will continue in the coming hours.